And so change detection uses the computer to flag things that have changed from one scene to the next. And so it's one of our best tools for, say, finding a missile bunker. We scan the entire landscape and we look for places that have changed. It'd take forever to pan through this and look by hand. But you can get the computer to look at a satellite image from 2017 and then look at one from now, or look at one from last year and look at from now, and you can see like, oh, there's a pile of dirt here where someone dug a tunnel. So change detection is one of our best tools for analyzing landscapes and extracting intelligence. So one of the problems when we look at trying to secure the Strait of Hormuz and the Persian Gulf writ large is that we're at war with Iran, and Iran owns the entire northern boundary of the Persian Gulf. It's over 500 miles from Kuwait here on the western end of the Persian Gulf to the Strait of Hormuz. And when you look at this landscape along the way, even though there's a lot of desert here, it's pretty developed. There's a lot going on here. There's all these little coastal towns across this 500-mile stretch from the Strait of Hormuz to the west. There's all these little towns. There's fishing ports. There's roads. There's cities, even small cities. And so when we're talking about analyzing imagery for change detection, there's just what we'd call a lot of background noise. There's a lot of people living out here doing their everyday business. There's plumbers driving their van to go fix someone's pipes. There's food delivery trucks. There's containers. There are fishermen driving down to the ocean to go fishing. There's agriculture. And so it becomes difficult for a computer to tell you what's significant about change. There's a lot of agriculture here. So if you think of someone coming out and plowing their field every year, suddenly that agricultural action, come down here and look at this and say, well, okay, so someone grew alfalfa here one year, but not in the next. Every time they plow that, are we wondering if they dug a missile bunker? So just that density and kind of continuity of human use in this kind of coastal plain that extends here for 500 miles makes it really difficult for us to find clandestine activity. That, and you've got this natural landscape that is just incredibly broken and just natural. It's just like the canyonlands of Utah, right? There's no limit on the number of places you could hide a drone or hide some rocket launchers or anything else. So just the topography, the geography of this coastal plain that goes on for 500 miles provides kind of unlimited number of hiding spots for people to launch missiles, launch drones, generally screw up the program. Kind of just geographically, another interesting thing along this coastal plain is there's a lot of protected areas, wildlife refuges, wetlands, swamps. Iran has a large network of protected lands. And I think it's easy to to be surprised by that, maybe to think like, hey, this is a highly developed, highly civilized country. We tend to get told that these are a bunch of crazy people who are living in the desert, and all they care about is death to America or something. But we're dealing with a country that's been here for thousands of years, and hence a lot of these villages are really old too.